Warning. This Let's Play may contain discussions including, but not limited to, sexual references, drug use, and violence. It will certainly contain vulgar language and radical lunatic left-wing discussions. It is not intended for younger audiences. And welcome back, everybody. This is Thorn with the Game Design Lexicon. Wolf, what Wolf stands for? Wolfenstein? Wolfenstein? It's Frankenstein. Yeah, welcome back, everybody. Getting a little deep conversation last time about capitalist consumerism. So, not too long ago, about a year to 2 years ago, my dad passed away, and about 2 years before that, my mom passed away. And my sister was kind of taking care of them at the time. And so I guess the music just got serious because the human was over there. Is that it? Oh shit, there's humans all around. Oh my god. And my sister lived with them, and she still has like so much shit of theirs that, you know, she has to spend time that she really doesn't have to get rid of, right? I mean, and most of it's just garbage. Most of it's just going to go straight in the trash. And you know, I got to admit, I don't really have a lot of people. I just have my sister and her kid in my life, as far as you know, people who are around me who have some sort of concern over me. But it's really good to know that, like, if I were to die tomorrow, they would have a small room full of stuff that they would need to deal with. You know, most of which could be either reused, like all my clothes could probably go, the books, you know, probably to a collector, or maybe, you know, take them over to half-price books. Ooh, a cow. The fuck? And then my board games could probably be given to a collector, or if they didn't use them themselves, right? And then, my computer, I mean, shit, my computer's still up to date. I mean, her kid could probably use it, and it's, you know, pretty good as far as, you know, what it does. I mean, it doesn't have a great video card in it, but other than that, it has shit tons of drive space, and, you know, shit. Anybody in, I know Steam accounts are supposed to go with you when you die, but, dude, if he kept up my Steam account, man, I mean, shit, I got fucking 1,000 games. I mean, I have so little stuff that I don't really even think I need a will for it, you know? I mean, what's the fucking point? I just, you know, and... yeah, it's like... does that mean it's spring now? Is that what that means? Shit, I don't know. I don't know what any of this means anymore. It's all very vague. There's a lot of vaguities in this, and I read through, like, there's a 42-page instruction manual that comes with it that I read through, and I don't necessarily know that if it really helped, honestly. Beaver. Get me some beaver. So, am I getting hungry? Or oh yeah, dude, I need to eat and drink. I'm starting to get a little bit on the hungry side. So we got, I guess the closest one is to the east. Yeah, when I moved out of my ex-girlfriend's house, you know, 3 years ago or so, I had, I left a little bit behind, not a bunch, but I did leave a little bit of my possessions behind, things that I didn't really want to pack, or thought that they'd probably be better off with her than they would be with me. And, honestly, I fit pretty much all of my possessions in the back of an SUV, you know? Oh, hey, there's the beaver. Okay, we get it. I want the beaver. Give me 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 the beaver. It's my beaver. Dude. So the worst part of this game is you have to put the little arrow far away from you to run. But then I think you have to click on the beaver, which means you have to move it closer to your guy, slowing him down. I think anyway. I could be wrong. Now I need water. Is that water over there? Oh, no. Water. Oh, right over here. How about that? Yeah, I have one chest. It's a you know a standard Foot Locker chest filled with keepsakes. I have pictures. I have a few knickknacks. I have things from when I went to school. Like I have my graduation cap. I have some things from my alumni. And that's it. That's it. You know, it's just one chest full of shit. And a lot of the stuff that's in that chest are knickknacks that I use in my diorama for my break screen. And that's where I get most of that stuff. Like right up there now, up on my break screen now is, you'll notice in the very center here. Here, I'll show you here. In the very center is a hacky sack and a shot glass that comes from my my alma mater. So, and that's a UVU that I went to. So I have both physical. So since I've been, I actually was what the heck? So I was a bit of a physical camera person, and back in the day, I actually had a full physical camera setup in most parts of my life. So I actually have like I guess a shoebox size filled container of physical photos. And then, yeah, I also have a directory on my hard drive, which is backed up in multiple places of digital photos. And so I was one of the earlier adopters of digital cameras, right? I had one of the first digital cameras, one of those, what are they, Kodak DM somethings? I can't remember the model exactly. So I've had digital pictures since I think the mid-90s, and because of that, I have a digital library that spans that era, because I've always had either, you know, a digital camera or a phone that's, you know, taking digital photos. So I have, I think, digital photos all the way back from 1993 or 94-ish. Shit, I don't want to go that way. That's a stupid cow. So maybe I should find the wolves again. And maybe try and challenge somebody again. I don't know. Again, I don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing in this game. I'm almost tempted to kill this and do something else. Maybe break out like a console or something. I don't know. Like maybe some Atari 2600 shit or something. I had no idea that, I mean, this game seemed involved. I even booted it up to make sure. So I always try to make sure that these games are involved enough to be 4 hours worth of footage. Like, Chuck Nunick, you asked me the other day, you told me that you hadn't seen me play a lot of shoot-'em-ups on my channel. And if you wanted to know a really good reason why, is because I don't really think a lot of shoot-'em-ups would occupy a 4-hour stream, or even better put, I don't know if I'd really want to sit and play any shoot-'em-up for 4 hours. Just straight up, you know? And that's one of the main reasons why you don't see me playing a lot of shoot-'em-ups on my channel. I've been meaning to kind of, because I do want to showcase some of those games, not just shoot-'em-ups, but other games that could potentially not take a full 4-hour stream. One of the things that I've been toying with the idea about, especially with like older 8-bit consoles like Atari 2600, Intellivision, Yeah, no, you have a lot more, and that's the whole thing. They're your type of games, so you have a lot more endurance towards that sort of thing than I do. With me, it's a lot. It has a lot to do with my ADHD, right? And I don't want to. Also, it's also the way that I feel about my stream. Like, oh, what the fuck, dude? There's a helicopter, and I'm heading right towards a human, so I need to go a different way. So, you know, with me, I'm always afraid that there's a game that I'm going to schedule to play that I think is going to occupy that amount of time. But in actuality, it's, you know, I get sick of it or I'm miserable with it. What the hell? Perhaps the favorite prey of wolves is the moose. And these animals can be very big. An average male moose weighs over 1,000 pounds. It may stand over 6.5 feet tall at the shoulders. I know that. The hooves of the moose can kill a wolf. Well, duh. For this reason, wolves try and find a moose that has been weakened by sickness or one that is bogged down in deep snow. Yeah, so I try and make sure that when I play a game that it is going to possibly take an entire stream, right? And there have been a few times where I knew that the game wasn't, and ahead of time I made preparations to switch to other games. One day I did a bunch of games that were just kind of 30-minute, you know, barely even took up the 30 minutes kind of thing, and then had other games directly behind it that I knew, you know, would be just small blocks. And I kind of want to do that with, like I said, some of these old 8-bit consoles like the Atari 2600, the Intellivision, stuff like that. I want to have a day where each block that I do, because I do 4 hours, which comes out to about 7 30-minute blocks. And I want to do just a different game each 30-minute block and kind of make my way through, 6 hours. Dude, 4 to 6 hours in Space Invaders sounds excruciating. Which, you know, now that I say that, I sound like my dad talking to my younger self who would sit in front of a fucking stand-up arcade game for hours on end, wondering how the hell can somebody play Heavy Barrel for fucking, 8 hours straight? What the hell? Who the hell can spend enough time on Dragon's Lair to actually solve the game? That was me when I was a kid. And Space Invaders back in the day too. Space Invaders, Pac-Man. I think two of the ones that I spent the most amount of time on were Gyrus. Gyrus was one of my favorite ones. Galaga. And I guess Tempest. So 3 of the ones that I spent the most amount of time on: Galaga, Tempest, and Gyrus. So on both sides of our neighborhood from where I lived, we had a donut shop and we had kind of like a stop and go mini mart thing. And both of them had 2 stand-up video games that they would change out every so often. And we'd walk down there like on Saturday morning with a fucking handful of quarters and just fucking waste the whole day over there. The donut shop was really nice too, because we'd get up at 8 o'clock in the morning and go over there. Like we'd watch a small amount of like Saturday morning cartoons, and then we go over to the donut shop with all of our quarters. We'd fucking sit and spend them on the 2 video games that they had in there all day, which that was the Tempest and Gyrus that they had over there. Pretty much the whole time we used to go over there. And then I think the donut shop closed at like 2 p.m. So we would be there until fucking 2 p.m. And when they closed, they would hand us bags of fucking donuts and donut holes and shit like that they were going to be throwing out anyway that we'd take home. It was so awesome, dude. We're being challenged. Oh, I'm getting munched. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing in this, by the way. It never really explained it. Like, I don't even know what these little squares mean. I guess it has something to do with my tail position. And, I mean, no matter what I do, eventually this guy starts munching at me. Yeah, dude, I'm losing. I don't know why this person's challenging. Oh, it's Rumor again. Isn't that the one that I tried to challenge before? It's such a weird fucking game, dude. Yeah, I'm done, right? All I can do is that. Run away! What is up with the helicopter noise? Like, are they hunting for me or something? I still don't know what the hell that is. Like, there's so much of this game that's so vague. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe after this block, I'll delve into the 2600 stuff and grab something. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'd do, though. Maybe some adventure, or... I did have an Atari 2600 when I was a kid. At least the helicopter's gone. Not that I know what the fuck that even meant. So why is there a stench to the east, but there's like nothing there? Yeah, a lot of the interface and a lot of the haptic feedback that it gives are very vague. Are very vague. So it would take it. Yeah. Something like that. What the hell is that? See, what is that? Why is there a little wolf thing over there? I mean, I'm guessing, so, I mean, they're supposed to be, you know, directional based, so I'm guessing it's saying that there's something wolf related in this direction. I don't know. What? What? Drink. We can use some water. We're at the water. We can use it. Drink. This reminds me... am I wounded? Is that why I'm limping? Dude, do I have another... Oh, I am! Is there... So there's like a different walk cycle when you're wounded. Dude, that is... Oh. There's a human over there. So yeah, there's like a different walk cycle because I got wounded in that one battle. Hello? Hello? And I guess the music got all serious because the human was over there? There's another wolf. Maybe I should sleep over here with him. Yeah, maybe after this block I'll go ahead and end this and maybe break out the 2600 shit. That sounds fun, actually. No matter the taste of the games. And that's my thing too, is I don't, you know, people like, so at the trivia night that I host at that bar down the street from where I live, I mentioned to somebody that I stream Twitch games, and they're like, oh yeah, what kind of games do you stream? And dude, I honestly don't know how to answer that question anymore. I usually just say retro PC and retro console games, but even that's not true because I stream a lot of modern games too. And then as far as what type of games, I mean, I've streamed everything. Like, there's no type of game that I haven't streamed, really, I think, at this point. Anything, like anything. About the only thing that I have a strict restriction on is if my computer won't run it while I'm actually streaming and recording it, then I won't stream it, you know? Like, I won't, like, at one point in time I wanted to stream Cyberpunk 2077, and there's no fucking way my computer will run that while I'm streaming it, you know? Not with the crappy-ass video card I have. So, yeah, and but I do a lot of mainstream games, too. But you're right, I do a lot of indie games, and I try, now, not necessarily unknown, like, so on on Thursday I'm doing Chrono Trigger, which is a fucking hugely famous game, right? As far as AAA, I probably have, but you're right. I'd be hard-pressed to tell you which AAA games I've streamed, because I don't do it very often. But then again, that kind of just tracks to my purchasing habits. I don't buy a lot of AAA games, period. I don't really think they're worth it. So yeah, if I do want to say that I stream AAA games, they're going to be retro. Like, the last game that I can say that I streamed that was a AAA game was Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. And the only reason why I did that is because I had the Tale of Two Wastelands mod that basically takes Fallout 3 and it allows you to play it in the Fallout New Vegas engine, right? So it ports everything over to the Fallout New Vegas engine. And you can seamlessly travel between New Vegas and Fallout 3, which is really awesome. And I played that fucking forever. And I'll be honest, there were times I thought my computer was struggling to do that. But, yeah, I don't buy AAA games unless they're old and on sale. Most of what I stream is either retro or obscure or indie. Yeah, I think I might be done with this game. I've been doing pretty much... So this reminds me of... This is the reason why I stopped streaming Ghost 1.0. Ghost 1.0 was a really fun game, but I felt like I was just doing the same thing over and over, and there really wasn't a lot of depth to it. This one's even worse. This one's even worse. Yeah, and I like one of the reasons why I originally started this channel was because I had run into translation patches for emulated games, and it really started with the Shin Megami Tensei series, because I love fucking dungeon crawlers, right? And Shin Megami Tensei was like one of the first games. I think it was the second game that instituted a monster summoning mechanic, you know, like a Pokemon style mechanic. And I really wanted to play them. And at the time, the only way to really play them was to do it through translations. So that's one of the main reasons why I started this channel, was to play those games and kind of, you know, get used to them. And maybe some games that I could play that weren't translated, like I did the Densha to Go series, the train simulator series. I did a lot of those, and those are all in Japanese. I had to learn them through... RetroArch has a translation engine where you can send things to a AI translator, which is really interesting, and that's how I learned how to play the Densha to Go series. Yeah, dungeon crawlers is probably my... What? Am I dying? So dungeon crawlers is probably my second favorite genre of game. Blobber crawlers is probably my second favorite genre of games. My first favorite, of course, being roguelikes. Did I die? That's kind of sad. It's kind of sad if I did. Thunderhowl died of thirst, even though I was right next to water. Great. So, let me... What am I going to do here? Yeah, dude, I watch tons and tons of videos on dungeon crawlers. I play early games that are like, you know, that inspired on the old Bard's Tale. I played the Bard's Tale remakes on the channel. I died of thirst because I was like too busy just chatting and getting bored of this game, and Thunderhowl died of thirst. So, how sad. Yeah, interesting game. Unfortunately, the depth to it is a little bit disappointing. I'm not gonna lie. There's not a huge amount of depth to it, which is a shame, because the graphics are fucking unbelievable. The information that they put in there about wolves is unbelievable. The music is great. But they could have added more depth to the game. It'd be great if like somebody remade it and then made like more things, not only more things to do, but more depth in the stuff that you can do. Like the hunting minigame sucks dick. They should really do something about making a better hunting minigame. Yeah, other than that, I'll tell you what, let me go ahead and put it into changing games mode.